This is Daiju Takase from 1998. He is in his first MMA fight, in this case, opposite Emmanuel Yarbrough. Emmanuel Yarbrough set the Guinness Book of World Record for being the heaviest professional athlete at 600 pounds. Daiju Takase, by the way, clocked in at a paltry 169 by comparison. This is Takase's first ever fight. This is 1998.
Did they ever hear of a weight class?
I'm sure that's the whole point for this one. There is no weight class.
Now, I cut the video down to kind of get rid of a little bit of it, just to kind of save time. This is a 15-minute fight. We cut it down to about 6 minutes because a lot of it, I admit, is that him running for his life and trying to figure out how to get in tight on this guy.
It's one of those things where it's like if you get caught, you're done, and you just gotta try to squirm out what you can and do what you can.
But I mean, it's funny because it was funny at one point. I think it was in the second round. Takase got a warning. I think he might have got point deduction for not engaging.
Yep.
Can't blame him. I mean, but it's funny because he's just trying to keep Yarbrough to the center of the ring and just tire him out just from being 600 pounds.
Just keep spinning him around.
Dude, yeah. Yarbrough, by the way, is from Jersey, too. I should point that out.
Hey!
Yeah, there we go, yes.
Look at him go. And,
Still waiting on something here. Still waiting on something. And like I said, I cut this video down by about 50%.
Got reach on him, too. That's the tricky part.
Yeah, he's a little over 6 foot on that.
I was gonna say, it's like it would have been a more fight. It's like, yeah, you can have a weight difference, but if they're like the same height with the same reach, it's harder in the right spot. But
Takase is an even 6 foot. Yarbrough is 6'8". 6'8", 600 pounds.
Jesus, you can certainly squirm out of the grip, but then again,
my god,
he uses the power. He just uses power, and it's like,
he
looks bored.
He's probably getting tired already, I mean, it's been 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah,
by the way, these are 10-minute rounds.
Looks tired, but
10-minute rounds.
10-minute rounds.
Yep.
So this is why I cut a lot of this down, because it's
this guy
so much.
Needs to go on a treadmill.
It actually gets borderline boring after a while.
He needs to go on a treadmill, and someone hold like a burger in front of him, makes him run even more on a treadmill.
Nah. As a fat person, I kind of laugh at that. Kind of laugh at that, but
it's like, well, this is actually a really good showcase why weight classes do exist.
Yeah. But you can see he's already just dripping sweat.
Yep.
Can this guy please knock out Jake Paul?
Unfortunately, sadly, Emmanuel Yarbrough passed away in 2016.
Yeah.
A body that size can't contain. It's an Andre the Giant kind of thing,
It's tough. It's a lot of stress, for sure, on the heart.
My question is, what kind of diet does that guy have?
Well, just think of sumo wrestlers.
Yeah.
Sumo wrestlers are crazy agile, especially for their size.
He actually used to compete in sumo too. Yarbrough.
There you go.
Oh wow!
It's like the diet's probably fine. It's just they eat a lot of it.
At this point, by the way, Yarbrough is 1-1 for his record, having won his last fight. Also, I believe the round ended here. I'm sorry. Yeah,
well, I was gonna say Takase looks more tired.
Yeah, well, he is running around a fair bit, but he's getting a warning for not engaging.
Yeah, it's like you got.
What do you want him to do?
Yeah, but but during this warning, Yarbrough is just like, But he's like,
he's sweating, but it doesn't look like he's breathing heavily.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I said, he's
the hell.
Yeah.
It's like, grease me up. I need to get out.
Yeah, whatever you got to do, just
But honestly, it's like that's actually good for Takase. It's like, he's sitting on your legs, but you can deliver hits.
Yes. And this is right here is where
it's like don't let him get back up and manhandle you.
Yeah.
But Takase is not taking advantage of the openings.
Mm-hmm.
Like he needs to just keep boom, like right there. Keep delivering shots.
Yeah.
There, good.
Whatever. I'm not sure why he's picking it.
It's like, yeah, he's like I said, he's on your legs, but he's not really doing much.
Yeah.
It's like he's just squishing you. But like this is when you gotta really just boom, boom, boom.
I don't want to see that guy's feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, and even in the officials, like, dude, you got to do something here. Come on.
Yeah. See,
slap him on the leg.
Hit him in the leg. Keep delivering hits.
Yes.
You gotta keep on doing something.
But yeah, you can see a little bit of blood down there now too.
Yeah, no, he got tagged in the nose.
Yeah,
but
this is where it's gonna end.
Yep.
So,
boom, boom,
and
boom,
tap
boom. There you go. That's the thing. It's like, he's on you, and it probably ain't comfortable, but you could just keep delivering hit.
Yeah. But it's one of those things that I think with Yarbrough in this case here, he just relied so much on just trying to hold and nothing else. You know, he was so desperate to hold on and do what he can. This ended up actually being his last match. So he retired with a 1-2 record. Daiju Takase, like I said, that guy, 169 pounds. That was his first ever match, June 24th, 1998.
That's his first one?
That was his first ever match. From there, he started, kind of went downhill, went 2-6-1, and ended with a career literally 2015. So his career ended 17 years later with a record of 12-15-2. So his biggest claim to fame, frankly, was just this match right out of the gate. Everything else was just kind of like mid, but
but it also shows it's like, yeah, these fights can happen, but if say like Yarbrough was like a more skilled fighter, he definitely would have the advantage. He has weight advantage. His weight advantage, he had reach advantage. It's like after he got on him, it looked like he didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I think he was half surprised by it as well.
So it's like if you know how to fight, if you know how to grapple on the ground, he would have definitely had the advantage. It's just Takase knew what to do, even though it's like it looked more like he's like, should I just keep hitting him or?
I think in hindsight, probably hindsight 2020 being what it is, I think if he tried to push Takase towards the ropes and kind of pin him into a corner or something, and then work his way up.
Yes,
because right now it was only legs.
Like Yarbrough wasn't delivering any strikes.
Yeah,
like as he said, he was just trying to. He basically just grabbed him and just tried to lay on top of him.
Flop on him and just
basically comfortable, but you still gotta deliver hits. There's still some defense. Yeah, he's trying to squirm out, sure, but it looked like he didn't know what to do.
Yeah,
which is surprising considering he had some fights before that.
This was his third fight. I don't have video of the second fight. I want to see the fight that he had where he won.
Me too. Yeah, exactly.
I want to see that.
Like an even weight match where both people were just basically just going for a punch knockout, or
I'll see what I can find. And that one was actually
Takase's too quick to. It's like unless you like George Foreman it and catch a really good shot, you got to be able to do more than just flop on him. But
his win was just 2 months prior, basically with the same sort of thing. It was a submission. It was a submission win by smother. That was
okay. So
he tried to repeat 2 months later. Yeah,
he was trying to do that again.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Okay.
But in this case, this match easily could have gone his way if Takase didn't engage.
If he had a modicum of more training and knowing what to do.
Yeah.
And God rest his soul, it's rough. It looked like he was just trying to smother him, but no, Takase was just too squirmy for that. So you gotta, in order to do that, to get the smother submission, you gotta slow him down. You gotta hit him.
It's a little bit sad because by the age of 14, he was already 320 pounds, and his phrase was, "I'm a prisoner in my own body."
Yeah.
So
I get that. That's rough.
Yeah, but he passed away at 55 years old in 2015. 2007, he did drop 130 pounds.
Good for him.
At that point, at that point, the damage is pretty much done.
Oh, no doubt.
You can't be that. That's the problem when you have somebody that size.
Yep. Yeah. Well, we'll just look at Butterbean.
Yeah.
The guy, and now he's walking again thanks to Diamond Dallas Page. Guys.
Yep.
But before that, Yeah, it was a similar situation.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I almost worry about Shaq a little bit that way. Although I don't think Shaq is quite as big as he used to be. Still taller.
I think Shaq got out when he at a good time. He got out when he did, and avoided more issues. He was smart enough to know when to hang it up.
And now pitches things like Papa John's,
Oh,
Pepsi, Taco Bell, like all the
he
worst
straight up
food you can
he
have.
went the George Foreman route.
What's that?
He went the George Foreman route.
Totally did. You know, yeah,
Like, his name's he has an incredibly marketable name. He's personable. Guy's funny as hell on the NBA shows, especially the porta potty one. But
well, I was going to say that one time that he had a ghost pepper. Yeah, that dude, and you just see the tears rolling. You know what? Did he leave the studio that day?
It's like, you know what? Guy knows he knows he's a personality. He has a name that he's trademarked basically for himself.
Yeah.
And he's well known. So you know what? Sure, make rest of your life, just enjoy it. Do your marketing. People are paying you for it. Go for it. And he seems to have fun with it. At least according to on screen. Sure he could be miserable doing all this, but
I think it's easier. You know, because if you ever watch his commercials, he's not really doing anything. He just shows up and stands in one spot. So that's
exactly. It's like, it's Shaq.
Finding the stand-in for him though is a bear though. Oh my god. You know, to find someone that whoever it is probably got to stand on an apple box to try and match the height.
Well, remember with the new Happy Gilmore, you saw casting calls go out for basically people who look like Jaws.
For Richard Kiel, that's right. There were some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if you have the build and the look, congratulations, you get a free paycheck.
You know, we're going off topic a little bit just for funsies though. But there was an episode of Law and Order SVU that had Brad Garrett on there. Brad Garrett's like 6'8", and Law and Order doesn't do stand-ins like any other show. And usually it's you look like the person. They'll grab whoever regular. So the stand-in for Mariska, a girl named Misha, was standing in for Brad Garrett, and they're like, good enough. Because the show's been on so long, the camera guys know what they're doing. They just want a body there. So they just took Misha, put her on an apple box, said, close enough. And I got it done. So, yeah.
But yeah, so it's like, now back to the point.
Anyway, so, but yeah, Shaq, ultimate pitch man at this point. Jersey represent one more time. So,
yeah.
All right. I'll let you gentlemen go. Any final thoughts?
No, that was it showed both the pros and the cons of no weight class. Yeah, you could certainly have like a much lighter opponent beat a much heavier opponent, but it also showed that it's a different type of style of fighting that is required. And yeah, he was dancing around all the time, but it's like once he got himself like close to it, he just kept delivering blows and he wasn't defending himself. So it's like it showed it was an interesting dynamic there. And like I said, while I've seen it before, it's still something that everyone should watch and try and like analyze, especially if you're into if you do fighting. It's like you could see it's like, okay, if I'm against say someone who outweighs me by 6 times, what do I do? Okay, you keep moving around. Yeah, you try to tire them out, of course, by moving around because hopefully your cardio is better than theirs. But
one would assume,
say like a case with like a sumo wrestler, their cardio is probably their cardio is better than most thinner athletes.
Well, also their diet is so much cleaner too.
Exactly.
I mean,
it's like, do you have a clean diet? It shows that also. It's like, yeah, you got your weight things and like the size and style things. But you also have training. Like, who's the better trained?
It kind of reminds me of the Floyd Mayweather versus Big Show. Remember that? Where Mayweather knocked out Big Show.
All you do is just, he's. It's like as complain all you want about Mayweather, he still knows how to fight.
Right.
Except if he ever fights Jake Paul, then I'll forget.
That was silly.
Yeah, Nathan had some good comments on that one. So.
I don't watch anything with the Paul brothers if at all possible. It's a show. That's just straight up show and chosen opponents.
Jake
The
Paul
only
versus
reason I
Julio
watched it
Cesar
is for the
Chavez
views.
Jr.
That's it.
June 28th in Vegas.
Yeah, but that's neither here nor there. That's a discussion for a different day.
That's something we should react to closer.
Mm.
The Tyson Paul fight. Oh boy, I got some comments on that shit. Anyway, until next time, gentlemen. Thank you as always. Anyway,
Of course.
Scott, Mitch, Kyle, Streampunk reacts as part of the Streampunk umbrella family, Streampunk Entertainment, and all of the things involved with that. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. Appreciate the time. Take care. We work for you guys. Stay well. Stay awesome.